Hey guys, this is Sarah's Night, back with next part of our Fury House mode playthrough of the Mute House. For those who are new to this, highly recommend this game. Found it on Steam sometime in the last month or so for only $12, and even though it's a very, very short game, I was really impressed with it for this value. And I just now noticed this. Has this always been here? Looks like a mouse just chilling out at the back of this couch. Anyway, nice little touch. So, if you were here for the normal mode playthrough, well, now things are about to get a little bit dangerous. We are in a... well, actually I can go ahead and run this far, I know this much. It's only when this short cutscene happens. Forgot to bring the lighter, which really isn't good because I know the flashlight sets these guys off a lot quicker than the lighter would. So I need to be extra careful. There was actually nothing at all, now that I think about it. If there were any items at all in to the right in the side area, then it was totally not worth it. It might have been like one leech and that was it. Again, if that. So we are going to skip that completely. The one time I did try exploring to the right of that first T intersection, it was, I mean, not only did I not find anything to my memory, and again, if it was anything, it was definitely nothing vital. But one of those wandering monsters just sort of came into a doorway, my only way through. Just stood there in the open doorway and waited for me to... I mean, I sat there for like 5 minutes just waiting for him to leave so I could sneak by, and it did not happen, so I think it was kind of a trap. Alright, finally we got 2 more inventory spaces. Door slamming shut, actually, I forgot that happened, so that kind of got me. Alright. Yeah, I was hoping that the footsteps I was hearing was the monster behind me, that there wasn't an extra one in front of me before going through these doors. Now here's the fun part. There is a zombie that is going to notice me, I think. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Except this guy's in the way now. Not quite. Alright, actually let's quickly... Alright, I know I could not have the lighter on to make my way to the save room over here. But now that I think about it, it would not be wise to save anyway. This is just a little bit too... a little bit too soon again for my personal comfort. So we're going to forego saving, at least until we're on our way back out. I think I have like 3 uses of lantern oil at the present, so... and there should be at least 1, if not 2 more. Okay. We're fine. No need to go into that door that was just ahead of me, because that was that's just to show you to... haha! Tricked you. Anyway, yeah, I just took a leap my last 2 steps or so, I just took a leap for the door, just to see if he could actually catch me in time. But anyway, through the door that was just ahead of me a second ago, that was just to get the next 5 symbols in the pattern of 25 that we have to walk across on in this giant trap room towards the end of the game, if you remember that from the normal mode playthrough. Okay, not sure if... Yeah, let's... Okay, I got caught on the wall there, so... I really do not want to accidentally walk right into him, especially with the flashlight going. Let's just see if he'll... I was hoping he would walk this way and on past me and around the corner. Oh, he is. I think there's a second one up there somewhere. If I go to the right here, well then it kind of opens out. Yeah, where he's standing now, but there was just a dead end to the right, past that hole in the wall. Hopefully I can sneak past the zombie. Okay, good. Alright, I think at the very least I can... Yeah. Let's just kind of use the... Actually, what is the red light on her uniform? Well, let's not keep turning the light on and off to find out, but I can use that as Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy is walking closer to me. So I'm going to use the small red light on her to make my way around. Just so I can at least see where she's positioned in the hallway. Alright. We're free. Again, that is definitely one of the better parts, and probably would be in my top 20 list of, you know, kind of like most tense sequences in horror games. But we have got the key to the cemetery, so now we can finally go outside. Well, actually, I could have gone a shorter way around. By going the opposite direction, the hallway that the third floor area opens up into. But whatever. Just out of curiosity, where's the cat? I was about to say, it doesn't look like he's on the chair. Where did he go? He's probably right in front of me somewhere, and anybody who's watching is just like, dude, are you blind? Oh, there he is, on top of the shelf. Kind of blended in with all the other stuff up there from this angle. Alright, so back into the room with the piano puzzle. We just go upstairs finally here, and that will lead the way into the outside where the cemetery is. I find it interesting that there weren't any... There's so many paintings everywhere, by the way, on the walls. I'm surprised they didn't add a zombie or two in that room. There should be one out here, though. Let's see if we can get him from here. Nah, catches on the corner. Now can I get him? Nope, it's not going to quite get the head. If I step any closer, though... Yeah, his head is just barely out of sight before my laser sight hits the wall. And, yeah, he was quick to notice me there. In fact, we're not going to risk it. With this little distance to where I can see and aim for the head. Just going to use the shotgun. 4 shells shouldn't be too difficult before I get to the next save point, although that wouldn't really matter because, again, the item chests are not universal. I've been kind of keeping all my stuff in the very first safe room, just so I don't forget where things are in case I need to go back for them. Alright, so again, same puzzle as before. Just reading all of the graves that have crosses atop them. There's a description on some of them that kind of just describe like what kind of tarot cards I'm looking at when I go into this room up here. There were 7 in all, I believe, and just have to press the button on them. And oh, by the way, was there any bullets? Yes, cool. So I believe we had Hermit, Temperance. I did remember a description I read right quick before going in here. Excess was unknown to her, so that describes Temperance. There was something about a guy who died alone, so Hermit. And the Moon and the Sun are both here. Also, Justice and the Lovers. And I think there was just one other. No? Okay, cool. Which one was that? It was either the Devil or the Tower. That was the last one I picked. I could not remember the description for that, but I just kind of more had that puzzle memorized from like the pattern of lights. I think what we'll do is save somewhere in here once I've explored the house a little bit, cleared out the monsters. That will definitely be a good place to save because we got the second boss battle coming up right after that. Let me just see if there was even any lantern oil that they provide in here in this safe room. There's the cat again. Alright, good, they do. I think I can stack it on top. We will go ahead and store it here. I'm gonna need at least one open space to collect anything else inside this house. I don't think they give you any items back here. What was this document about? Don't remember. Another one from Diane's butler, Robert. Well, so you're saying ever since she got that disease, she's dealing with bouts of insurmountable pain, and normally a very nice lady, but is now lashing out at random. Lashed out at the two twins. Oh, and I forgot, yeah, the two boys, Kane, the killer in the mask, and whatever his brother's name was, they were actually adopted by Hector himself. They weren't even his blood children. So yeah, then he's talking about the experiment that Hector started pursuing in order to cure Diane, and it required just like keeping this house really, really cold while she was confined here. And also, I just now noticed there is a noose hanging down from the ceiling. Who is that for? Don't want to know. I don't even think I have to go into the other room, aside from the safe room that's on the ground floor. I think that was just to find the board that had the final 5 symbols in the sequence for later. And there is a zombie in here, I'm sure of it. Do not want to risk getting hit. Okay, no, he hasn't noticed me yet, so never mind. We will try to go for a headshot. I wonder if this will automatically combine with... Okay, cool. Freed up another space. Since I have four bullets in one loose clip and 4 already chambered in my gun, so... Alright, so again, our goal is to eventually get that door open. Going to have to find a spare valve handle in order to turn down the air in this weird makeshift conditioning unit that Hector somehow set up in this house. And that will defrost the ice on the door, and I think what we are going to do is go back to the first safe room in the other house and get a spare... No, we will not have to do that, actually. There should be a spare... should be a spare clip of shotgun shells in the shed where I find the axe, which as soon as I pick that up, that makes the second boss appear, so we will not have to go all the way back there at all. We will, however, save. Cat's asleep. Alright, come on.
Here we go.
Alright, we'll put the lantern oil back, since probably the next time I'm going to save is going to be in this room. Probably will be a little bit more necessary than before to use the spike traps in the cemetery area where the boss appears, to use those to deal damage to him just bit by bit. I don't think I'll want to use up every last bit of ammo, which if I don't utilize the trap, it will probably take everything I have in my inventory right now to take him down. which for right now is 24 handgun bullets and 4 shotgun shells, which I do like that little shot. You just kind of get a very subtle sting in the music there when you see Kane ahead and you're not quite sure that that's him. At least not to Emily. And we'll get another 6 shells here. So 10 shells and 24 pistol rounds. Oh, and there is a little bit more ammo that we get. I'm really not gonna worry about trying to deal any extra damage by aiming for the head. Just really don't feel comfortable doing that as much as he pursues you, however seemingly slowly. It's easy for him to suddenly cut a corner on you and okay, I was hoping to go forward into the trap a little bit and then back out and hit him with it, but maybe I can do it here, except I walked forward instead of backward by accident. Alright, and we are going to have to reload. The trap making him stumble a little bit kind of helped with that. Oop. A little bit too early. That should get him. Alright, so let's get some distance and reload again. That should get him. Let's not go too far past the gravestones to where I gotta walk back forward to him. And I should have 2 shots left. Well, I did pick up another pistol round, I think. Or I mean another clip. So I am willing to use that, especially if I'm not going to use any shotgun shells. Ooh, almost got me. Don't know if that will get him. Alright. I just find it interesting. I really don't know what Kane's deal is, why he let me go. It's like he's trying to help me in a bizarre way. Or maybe respecting my fighting capabilities having survived this long, so he's like, alright, well, I won't just trap you. I'll give you another chance. If he's going to try to kill me, he's going to do it fairly. Alright, so back to the other house with our axe. Where we'll grab the spare valve handle. Any new zombies taking up residence? Don't quite remember for Fury House mode. I always did kind of wonder just what's the deal with this one chair propped up against the table like that. If that was just supposed to be indication of an event from that might have been briefly described in the documents happening right there. Definitely like that shot, kind of like when I'm on the upper floor of the library as well. When I'm on the upper floor here, just with the chandelier and everything. These are nice camera angles that the developer has given us. Well, I already have one leech in my inventory, so taking another will not hurt at all. I should, however, pick up a flask now that I think about it, because I'm going to go back to the third floor just long enough to pick up a few extra items. I actually have run out of shelf space. Interesting, I didn't know you could do that. Well, guess I'll have to keep the leeches on me, whatever. Let's go back up to the third floor this way. You know, because of the light or the way it reflected off of that giant marble sculpture in the middle of the room, I actually thought that was like an eye that had suddenly appeared. An eye of some sort that was following me. And I forgot to pick up a flask. Crap. And that's something we're definitely going to need to do if I'm going to grab the items, the extra items on the third floor, because there are two monsters in the room blocking the way. And I really do not see how I can get past them or lure them away in order to pick them up without pissing them off. Yeah, there's that note that Cain leaves on the pillar after you defeat Christy, his gigantic pet spider. It said something like, "Why did you hurt Christy? She was nice and pretty." Okay, well, I can at least put the leeches back now. Well, at the same time, yeah, I'm gonna have to give myself 2 extra spaces, actually. I think there are 2 sets of shotgun shells in the room on the third floor that I'm aiming to get to right now. So the somber piano music here is really nice. That white mouse is still there. I do find it interesting that I think it like kind of starts lightning in the distance outside once you get to the third floor. I mean, I recognize that that's for effect, but it's kind of like that's the one thing that always kind of befuddled me in the Resident Evil 1 remake, was that as soon as you get actually go outside, the night is perfectly calm and clear, but whenever you're inside, it will immediately start storming outside. It's a nice effect, but even so, it just doesn't make any sense that it's like the nighttime is almost bipolar outside. Alright, so let's put away that lighter just in case. And that should be close enough. I also like how you hear them, like, get pissed at you for just a split second, but it's right as the flask hits them at the same time, so they don't have a chance to actually act on that and attack. Now, unfortunately, this guy, who starts at the first T intersection, walks the other way. It seems no matter what, as soon as I pick up the items in here, he's programmed to come back this way and stay there for quite a while, but he will eventually move. All right. Or I don't know, the fact that you never hear any thunder, I wonder if that's even actually supposed to be lightning outside, or if it's maybe street lights or something. Well, we're in the middle of the woods, not a street, so I guess you can't say there's street lights. But just outside lighting that, you know, after being neglected for so long, although I think the last living person in here was who lived in this house, was actually just a week ago, about the same time that Emily's little sister Amber came in here. Alright, we can run the rest of the way. But I guess after being maybe neglected for so long, whatever kind of lighting they're using on the outside of the house just flickers. Could be a total coincidence. I mean, we're just talking about some kind of statue of a horse rearing up on its hind legs. I mean, but it just made me think of Resident Evil 0. There was a puzzle where you had to use your lighter on a bunch of animal statues at one point in that game, and there was one of like a stallion rearing up on its back legs. I just wonder if that's what the developer was thinking of. Oh, I forgot. Mini bosses now take up space in the house. Alright, so back to one of the first rooms in the game to use that axe, and the valve handle is back that way. I think a couple of new zombies have taken residence here. That is not gonna work. Oh. I did not mean to do that. Meant to equip the shotgun. Okay. Whew. Would have gone back a bit of distance. Yeah, let's just go ahead and grab a leech from the safe room. I failed on that one. Luckily, healing has really not been an issue at all so far. And again, we are unable to run during the 5 to 10 seconds that the leech takes its time to almost inexplicably heal me. I know there's a science behind that, but still, it seems a little ridiculous. Okay, so gotta remember, no bullets in the pistol. And there should be another mini-boss this way. Oh, and there was another zombie. And I think he's got me. No, he doesn't. Whew. Luckily, the second shot was close enough to get him. Well, I guess we'll go back and use another leech. Still not worried about health. Actually, more about the amount of ammo I use to clear out this hallway. Yeah, in Fury House mode, it's 2 hits from, I think, any combination of things really is going to get you. Okay, there is enough space. Still think it would be a good idea to kind of take the lighter with me just to kind of navigate through this room. I know when we open up into the space where the blind monsters are wandering around, where I can see them better without the lighter, but still, I just wanted to kind of be positive on this one. I'm not positive I can sneak past him just by clinging to the other side of the opening as I come out into that room, and I'm going to the left anyway, but let's just be absolutely safe here. Watch him not move at all. I just know as soon as I start moving, if I get impatient, that's when he's going to start walking in the same direction as me. But I'm going to have to take that chance. Okay, so yeah, I thought for a second it was an extra zombie they put in here, but no, it's an extra blind monster, which is actually better, really. Because if the zombie comes after me, I risk him latching onto me because I can't shoot in the presence of these other monsters, and I can't run. I do believe there is an extra zombie hanging out in this room, though. Yes. Even better, the axe dropped out of my inventory since it no longer has a use, and oh, cool, there's another mouse. So I can grab both the lantern oil and this valve handle. Have no idea where the other guy is. Okay, good, he's still over there. If I just cling to the wall, we should be good. Alright. So I'm just going to go back to the first safe room and use some lantern oil to save, and we will resume next time. Thanks for watching.